welcome to Lunch Therapy. I'm your host, Joel Marshall, and I'm kicking off my shoes because it's Barefoot Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. I have a hummingbird above me in my backyard. This is our resident hummingbird, the original hummingbird, I guess. He's guarding his feeder. Vicious little creatures they are. Hoy! Equal means equal. Hoy, Richard Gaddis. Great to see you. We've got a great show today. Really interesting stuff happening today. We're going to explore space. We're going to explore some coral reefs and how to rejuvenate the coral reefs. We've got this incredible musical machine that we got permission to show on the show. I'm so excited because I've been inquiring about this for years, and I finally heard back from them, and we're going to take a look at this thing. Hoy, Rich. Joel, that opening shot with the rhino was awesome. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. Boney worked really hard on that graphic. The thumbnail of the show, the intro to the show. We're going to have some rhinos on the show, as you know. As I'm sure you know from looking at the rhino. Let's get into this thing. This is called, 4 years. I know. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It's, it just dawned on me, I think this morning. I was like, it seems like our 4-year anniversary is going to be coming up. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think it was last Friday. So yeah, 4 years. We're heading into our 5th year. Interesting thing about YouTube. I'm doing the YouTube thing so you don't have to. But the interesting thing is that it starts to gain momentum, but it takes a while to get, and all of a sudden you start getting more subscribers. So I had heard that. I thought maybe a while was like a couple of months, but apparently it's 4 years. So there you go. Let's get into this thing called Lunch Therapy. Jose Salas sending you some healing vibrations. Hoipy Barefoot Toys Day. This is Lunch Therapy. Grab your modems. Let's get in this thing. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 All right, first at the beginning of the show, a lot of times we like to break some news. Breaking news. Actually, this is more like announcements. I got some cool things happening. For those of you that are in the Los Angeles area, on Thursday night, we're going to head over to this thing called Red Bastard. I don't know what it is. It's a clown. Clowns are like a thing these days. Really, they're making a comeback. Pretty soon, everybody's going to be a clown, which is going to be really cool. This is the guy, Red Bastard. What are the rules of love? Lie with me. I don't know what's going to happen. It's at the Elysian Theater, March 21st, 9:30. Go to Elysian Theater. That's theater with an ER, .com. Get some tickets. See us there. It'll be really fun. I think that'll be really neat. It's like compound interest. Yes. It's weird how things compound after a while, I guess. I don't know about these algorithms. And I try not to look at it because it's kind of making us crazy. Hoy, hummingbirds. Hoy, Palmieri. I would love to hear how it's going out there in Michigan. What's happening with y'all? What else is going on? Richard Gaddis. Richard Gaddis has a show. Ooh, I got my coffee there. That's kind of nice. Richard Gaddis has a show. I think I need to go back to the long shot for that one because it's a big poster. It's a vertical poster. We need to get a horizontal poster from him sometime so I can make it bigger. But it's Saint and Sinners this weekend. And go to 10863 Magnolia Boulevard on Saturday, March 23rd. 6:30 is when the doors open, 7:30 showtime. You will not be disappointed. Great singer, great songs. Also tonight, the Hot 30 is showing their 30-second shorts on the web. Anybody can go. It's free. It's on their YouTube channel, Hot 30. We got 2 shorts in that tonight. Matt says you're heading towards 20K subs way faster than the first K. Yeah, I mean, like, so much faster. I don't want to, jinx it or anything, but in just the last 3 months, we've gotten like half of our subscribers are from like the last 3 months, I think. I don't know. Boney really takes care of all that stuff. I just talk, I guess. Pam Palmieri. I have a show this Friday and Saturday, and I'm not sure that I'm ready for this, but I'm going for it. I'm producing a comedy show on April 27th. Wow. Pam is like not one of these people that just dips a toe in. She goes. She flies airplanes. She's jumped out of airplanes. Now she's doing stand-up comedy. Has a similar feel to it as jumping out of airplanes. Who's that walking behind me? I don't know what's going on. Let's go for this really flashy bumper that's going to come up. It's going to be so good. Happy 4-year anniversary. Seems like yesterday. It does, doesn't it? Sweet. There you go. There's the celebration part of the 4-year anniversary. Now we move on into our 5th year. Let's get some air. Let's get some oxygen. Let's do this thing. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Every once in a while on the show, I get a comment on one of my videos and it says promoism or something. Promoism. And I looked it up. I was like, what does that mean? And they're being cheeky, I guess. It's when you promote things. They're like, somebody's out there going, I don't like people promoting things. I like to promote things. I think we need to promote each other. If that's promoism, then so be it. We should all be promoting one another. I'm reading this book recently called Doppelganger by Naomi Klein. Pretty interesting stuff about the internet. You really have to be aware of like what's going on. So if you're promoisming, make sure you promoism good stuff. I love the resolving lotus flower that is translucent. Why, thank you. I love that too. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Let's face it, promoism is probably like a filthy word, and I think it means promoting, but it probably means, I don't know, some horrible thing. But I'm talking about it now. People, can think whatever they want. Out the window, you'll notice this is what it's looking like outside, looking pretty good. A lot of oxygen, a lot of birds, a lot of sunshine. Guignol is out there in the real world. I gave him a link. He said he was going to go to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. And I don't know, maybe he'll chime in at some point. Amazing book. Yeah, Doppelganger. Must read. It's about, as many of you know, Naomi Klein. She wrote The Shock Doctrine, which is a book that's a really eye-opening book on the military-industrial complex and more. But she has a doppelganger, Naomi Wolf. People get them mixed up. And Naomi Wolf was a feminist, and then she kind of went off into the, when people go so far left that they come around to the right? She went somewhere into conspiracy fairyland, according to the Doppelganger book, and then they would get them mixed up, and then people would get them mixed up because they both had the same name, and then so Naomi Klein was having this trouble because people were trying to hold her accountable for things that she wasn't saying. So that's interesting. I wonder if I have a doppelganger out there. Promoism means the act of being raised in a position of rank, preferment, the act of furthering the growth of development of something. Oh, maybe we're promoting our show by advertising it on YouTube or something like that. That could be. I haven't read it, but I think I have confused Naomi Klein and Naomi Wolf many times. Yeah, I'm sure I have. You start to get them straight when you read this book, let me tell you. The cover of the book looks like it has like a combination of both their faces, but I'm not sure. It has that kind of look to it, like when we mash up faces on this show. Yeah, we got to be careful with this internet. It is very, very powerful stuff, especially if you promote it. All right, let's see what's going on with this. I got a rhino here. I just want to wet your whistle on the rhino from the Oregon territories. This is a rhino at the Oregon Zoo. Taking a bath in a small bathtub. Tiny pool is how they describe it. Baby rhino splashes in tiny pool. Thank you to the Oregon Zoo for this splendid bathing in a tiny pool. I love it. I wonder if Pam Palmieri will be on the show one time. She could co-host with me. That'd be super fun now, wouldn't it? We gotta try that coming up soon. If she's up for it. We could promo her shows. Cool. All right, there you go. There is that. And then another little ASMR treat for you, which is, this is oats being fed to a horse. This is a horse eating oats. That'd be good. That'd be good. That's happening. Pam's gonna be on the show. Oh my God, very cute. I think that is the rhino. I want to make out with him. I don't know if you can make out with rhinos. That could be very dangerous. Very dangerous. I want a baby hippo. Hippos. Hippos can be dangerous, right? They all can be dangerous, but the most dangerous being of all is the human, of course. Of course. Thanks for reminding us. Musical ear therapy. Well, this is going to be good. So, just want to preface this a little bit. This is Benny Bettain. They said that we could play this on the show. I just want to say thanks to them, Johnny Scales, Benny Bettain. So I'm going to play the handpan as I often do on the show. And the handpan is a derivative of the steel drum. It was born of the steel drum. They just took the steel drum lids and put them together and modified it so you could carry it around. But here is a handpan and a steel drum together. Yep, like it's never been seen before. We had Jonathan Scales on, I believe, earlier, playing the steel drums on another episode. The two of these together, wow. It started, they couldn't find a deeper pool for the hippo. Yeah, only tiny pools. Probably a giant pool for us. This is improvised? They go great together, don't they? They're like peanut butter and chocolate. Like, everything's peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly. Like, Milk Duds and popcorn. If anybody else wants to join in. Twizzlers and popcorn. That's good. Like, meat and vegetables? I don't know. What are these necklaces? Jonathan's necklaces. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, those are cool. I like his shirt. That's the kind of shirt I like. Now, was Jonathan the guy that was playing with the saw lady? I think he was. Chocolate drizzled on popcorn. That could be good too. Sweet and salty. Some people don't like that. Equal means equal. Some equal means equal. People don't like chocolate and popcorn. All right. Yes! That was wonderful. Filmed and edited by Wandering Down the Road. Wow, that was awesome. Mission accomplished. Love that. Okay, now we're going to have a very, very unusual instrument. Maybe some of you have seen this before. Crackers and cheese. Thank you. There's some more combos that we like. Two great tastes that taste great together. Now we're going to talk about Wintergarten. Wintergarten. You'd think maybe it would be winter garden, but it's Wintergarten. And maybe Boney spelled it wrong. I'm not sure. We're going to have to find out. Yeah, that's it. Wintergarten. It's from Sweden. It's a band. It's a really incredible band, and they play all kinds of very unusual instruments. Not just guitars and not even steel drums, I don't think. Band members are Martin Mullen, Evelina Hagland, David Zandon, and Marcus Schoberg. And Martin Mullen got really into the idea of these unusual instruments because they play, they'll play like the keyboards with like a hose that comes where they blow into it. They do that a lot. They play, there's like a weird ticker tape machine that they play. Let me see if I can get a picture of that. Let's take a look at the band. So here's a picture of them just being, chill and cool like band members do. There's like a certain thing when you take a picture of a band. Matt Wright knows this. You got to have like a cool look about you. Even if you're the biggest dork in the world, you got to look super cool. Because otherwise it's not a band picture. It's just a picture of some people. So this is them looking super cool. And then this is them playing their instruments. See, that's an instrument. It's like a weird ticker tape, sort of like a player piano, I guess. They like to make these machines. And this guy, Martin Mullen, the guy in the middle, he got really, really into it. And he made this machine. And I'm going to show you this machine now. It's got 2,000 marbles in it. And it's a real pleasure to play this thing. It's a very, very popular video. And they said, Joel, let's see what you can do with this story. I love the cool Star Trek-y outfits. Yeah. They're like as cool as they are, as cool as they can be. I want to go to the Thing Festival in August. Kamala says, yes, we're saving up our nickels to go to Thing Festival. Hopefully y'all join us. It's in August, I believe. It's in Carnation, Washington, where they make the ice cream, I guess, where they make the milk. We'll be just swigging down some ice cream and milk while watching bands like St. Vincent and Spoon, and maybe Matt Wright will go there. I hope y'all will be there. Maybe we can make it a thing. Hummingbirds descend on Thing Festival. But right now, we're going to listen to Wintergarten, their 2,000 marble machine. It's made out of wood. It has a crank on it. that bass is like an external thing, but it's like right there. Howard, I wonder where Howard is right now. That I'd like to know. It keeps getting better and better. I know, it's really incredible. I'm just, what? He's probably the only, I mean, he's got to be the only person that can play this thing. What's he gonna do now? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing is in Washington State. It's Incarnation. Incarnation. Yeah, it was in Port Townsend. Now it's Incarnation. They had to move it. I liked it in Port Townsend. And it says Wintergarten. Garten. Says the name of it. Reminds me of Marble Madness. Wow. Now that was amazing. Thank you, Wintergarten. Wintergarten. Woo! That was beautiful. I'm speechless. Speechless. While we can, let's just take a look at this. I might as well promoism this. Let's take a look at that. Thing Festival. Remlinger Farms. Tickets are, whew, that's what I'm going to have to save up because I can't afford this. But, you know, maybe Boney can. He's been saving his money. And there's the bands. They usually have a comedian there, too. Maybe they'll have one as well. They had the, you've seen this on the show. I mean, I'm going to go there and film it for sure. But I don't know. Lots of cool stuff. Black Pumas. See, a lot of times there are people like, I never heard of these people. And then I go and I hear them and I'm like, wow. And then I see them all over the place. Yep. So let's take a look at something here. I guess that's one of the big things about Thing is that they're really good at finding great bands. Like, what was that guy's name? Wolf. Oh, God. Let's see what Richard Gaddis says. Incredible. I'm amazed. I think I'm in a transcendental state. I'm absolutely losing my marbles. Yeah, that winter garden. Yeah. See? No. Are you serious? Hi is there? Tim Heidecker? Oh my God, he is. It's great. See, that's the thing is I remember I got into that song Chez Long. Who's that Chez Long? I don't know who they are. But anyway, Chez Long. And all of a sudden they were there. And anyway, it's just really cool. Now I got to do something here. I got to do, because my mind is just going, wow, Thing Festival. But I just wanted to say this Wintergarten reminded me of something. And it's simultaneously, Matt Wright sent me a message and he was like, remember Pizza and Pipes? And I was like, yes, I remember Pizza and Pipes. There used to be this place when we were kids where you could go and they had a pipe organ. This is the place.
The good old summertime presents the organ grinder. The organ grinder, the most excitingly different family entertainment pizza restaurant in the world. For young and old alike, we've got it all, including an amusement midway with free play tokens with the purchase of any size pizza. Organ grinder.
So yeah, Pizza and Pipes was this incredible place where you go. They had a guy, he was playing on this giant pipe organ, and you could eat pizza and listen to this guy. There was even trained monkey or something. There were all kinds of weird stuff that was going on. I never got to go. It was something that I always dreamed of going there. I don't think I went. Maybe Matt went there. Maybe my mushroom pals will be there. Yes, maybe they will. Remember not to intrude on the children. That was so much fun last time going there. Anyway, Pizza and Pipes. So Matt and I were like, what is that? What was Pizza and Pipes? I think Matt got a chance to go. It sounded like this. He'd play all kinds of different movie themes and pop songs on this giant pipe organ. It sounded something like this. Pipers out there. Something about a pipe organ. Shakey's button? Amazing. I want to tell you just what I found out about it is they started these Pizza and Pipes places because what happened was they had these magnificent pipe organs in all these movie theaters. And back when they had silent films, they used to have a piano player that would play sometimes during silent films, and they had these incredible pipe organs in these giant theaters so they could play them during the silent movie. And you had this live music and this live feeling, and that was all great until the talkies came along and just wiped them out. So there were all these old theaters all over the country with these giant pipe organs in them that just sat from the 1930s until the 1970s. In the 1970s, somebody said, hey, let's turn this thing into the greatest thing ever, and let's dust off this pipe organ, see if it still works, and we'll serve really lousy pizza here, and all the kids will come, and they'll get somebody who can play the damn thing to play all the songs that everybody loves. And that's what happened. And so this was born, and it went on for the decade of the 70s. But in the 80s, what happened? Somebody came along and was like, hey, that'd be really cool if we got rid of that organ and we put a bunch of robotic mice up there. And Chunky Cheese was born. And Chunky Cheese laid waste to all the Pizza and Pipes across the country. I think there might be only a few left. Pam Palmieri says, I'm old enough to remember ferals. Oh my God, we love ferals. If ferals had a pipe organ, I don't think any of us would be here. Our heads would have exploded way back then. Hearing the organ is stirring some not so great memories, emotions from pizza and pipes. I think I was oversensitized or traumatized. Oh my God, really? Oh, well, I'm not going to play this music. I mean, we can't have people traumatized. But you know what I thought of? I thought of like when you're at a wedding, you know, in a church, and then all of a sudden it's about to happen and you hear that pipe organ, you know, playing the wedding march. You just hear that organ and it is just like dun 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 dun. I mean, that is just like, wow, what a way to launch a lifelong relationship, huh? Ferals. What was the big tub of ice cream they brought out? Well, there was the zoo party, and there was the trough, the pig's trough. You could eat the pig's trough. If you could eat it, you could go into a hypoglycemic fit. I don't know what that means, but that sounds like that might happen. Richard Gaddis. Castro Movie Theater in San Francisco actually brought back the Piper of Oregon, and it stayed in the theater for many years. The Piper of Oregon, is that a person or is that the actual organ? The Oregon organ. That's a difficult thing to say. It's sort of like rural juror. The Oregon organ. Here they got some good organs there in Oregon. Zoo party. All right, enough of this nostalgia. Let's get on to the main event. Well, first let's... All right, thank you. Thanks for having me here. Thank you for having me here in the Trash Panda Comedy Club. Zoo party. We're having a zoo party here. We're having a hypoglycemic fit. It's my new band. I think they're playing at the Thing Festival. It's weird because Wet Leg was the band that I saw there, and I was like, just listened on the radio, heard them play Chaise Lounge. I was like, I texted Guignol and I said, I wish they were at the Thing Festival. Then I looked at the poster and there they were. There's Orville Peck was another guy that I saw, that Camel and I saw in like a big hangar at the Thing Festival. And then of course we talked to the, what are they called? They're called that. It's not tripping. It's not tripping. It's anyway, mushroom. Oh, remember the guy that played the mushroom that would hook up electrodes to the mushrooms? That was cool. And then there was the National Tripping Society, which we talked to a lot there. So we gotta go. We gotta work this thing out. I'm trying to get my brother to go. I'm trying to get Matt Wright, and Todd Lee is gonna go, of course. Richard Gaddis, hopefully. Pam Palmieri. This is a thing. That's why they call it that. Anyway, here we are in the Trash Panda Comedy Club. I just want to talk to you a little bit about bookstores. I love bookstores. Some people say bookstores are dying. There's down in downtown Los Angeles, there's a bookstore that's actually called The Last Bookstore, as if there will never be bookstores again. Wet Leg isn't going to be a thing, are they? Do you use your muffin butter? I wish they were. But I still have that video from the time we saw them 2 years ago or whenever that was. Bookstores, you know, I feel like when I go into a bookstore, I just feel like it's like all time doesn't stand still, but it's like all time. There's all these books on the shelves and they're all trying to, you know, they're all talking to us. You can just open them up and they're all talking at once. You can open up to any page. It's all happening in real time right there for you. People speaking from centuries ago, people speaking from now, people speaking from thousands of years ago, all over these walls for you just to open up and look at. And you know, paper is faster than computers. You just open it up, it's there. You don't have to fire up the computer or anything. But the thing is, I always buy a book there, you know, because I can't help it when I go to a bookstore. There's a great one over at the Grove. And I buy a book, and then I take it home, I put it on the shelf, and I don't read it because I don't have any time to read. That's awful. What happened to the time? We used to have all this time. And now with technology that's supposed to make things faster, like the reason the bookstores are going is because you can just order a book on Amazon and and it shows up right at your desk. Or, you know, even faster, somebody even reads it to you. I don't know if anybody, you know, this is nostalgia day, I guess, because it's been 4 years, but I remember listening on the radio and hearing an ad for Amazon books, and you could get books. You could order books, and they would say, hey, we got this warehouse full of books, when actually they were lying. They didn't have any books. And you would order the book, and they would get the thing, and they'd just try and find it and ship it to you as fast as they could. That's how Amazon started, for those of you that didn't know. So I feel like I don't have any time anymore. I feel like it's weird because when I do have a day where I can do whatever I want, I have a full day, I get really nervous. I get so nervous because I'm just afraid that the time is going to go away, that this is my time that I own, and someone's either going to come in and take the time away, or I'm going to waste it. Which really, having time, if you're having time, if you're wealthy with time, you can waste it, right? That's the fun of having time, is being able to so-called waste it, being able to just sit there, being able to just look out at the ocean or look at the wall or just meditate or meditating is even like spending time. No, wasting time. Just talking to your friends. So what happens is I get scared that the time's going to go away, and so I start scheduling things on that day where I've got all the free time in the world because I'm just afraid it's going to go away, and I figure if I put things in there, it'll kind of nail down the time. It'll like slow it down because I've got so many things to do. Pretty soon I have so many things to do that I don't have any time. The more you know. This is like The More You Know on CBS. Kamala says, I try to set time aside for that because it changes the way I think and process information. That's reading books. I actually read books, but usually it's because I have to, I better read this book before I interview that person, or I better read this book because I got to have this knowledge so that I can learn how to manage my time. It's like ridiculous. It's hard to find time to read when you got so many TV shows to binge watch. I have a hard time watching these shows now, binge watching these shows, because there's so many of them that I feel like I'm wasting time because there's an endless supply of shows now just coming at me. I don't know who's making these shows or how that's happening. I think aliens are making the TV shows now. Just putting that out there. Maybe as a new conspiracy theory. Turn on the subtitles, Richard. You'll get your reading in. What I'm reading? I'm reading Shogun. Not the book, the show. I have to read Shogun because... Anybody watching Shogun? It's pretty good. It's kind of like The Wire. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I feel good when I'm around it. I feel smart. I feel like I'm time traveling. Richard Gaddis says, my time management skills have gone completely out the window. I blame COVID, maybe? Lockdown? That we had all this time. Wasted it. I think maybe I should try and make some time to waste it. That's what I'm going to try and do. Shogun is awesome. It is awesome. Maybe you can tell me what's happening in that show because I don't quite understand it. This has been the Trash Panda Comedy Club. Thank you very much for exploring time with me and books. Any suggestions? Let me know. It's now time for wildlife therapy. So we saw a rhino bathing in a tiny pool earlier. Now we're going to see some real gentle giants. This, of course, is brought to you by Kate Gemmel. She's up there in Seattle, Washington, And you know what? She just got accepted to the University of Washington, so I want to say congratulations to Kate. That's cool. Really like that. What do we know about rhinoceroses? I don't know. Boney, do you have any information, any rhinoceros facts for us? Yeah, so rhinoceros, there are 5 species of rhino: black rhino, white rhino, Sumatran, Javan, and Pike Place. That's a little Starbucks joke there for you. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest and the most endangered. Not the most dangerous, the most endangered by us, probably. Us, because they don't really have any actual predators besides humans. The Sumatran rhino is the only Asian rhino with 2 horns. Sumatran rhinos are also the only rhinos to have long hair covering their body. Look at that. See that bird? That's got a name. They are called oxpeckers. Seriously. That's an oxpecker right there. Because they just hang out on rhinos. I don't think it's cool, though, that they call them oxpeckers when they hang out on rhinos. They should be called rhinopeckers. They have a lot of problems with language when it comes to rhinos. A male rhino is called a bull, and a female rhino is called a cow. Seems like that's a different animal, right? White rhinos are the largest rhino species. They can grow up to 5 feet, 10 inches. It's a little shorter than me. So they're not that big, but they can weigh 5,511 pounds, which is the weight of about 30 dudes. I bet they poop real big. I bet they do. I mean, if you had one here, maybe the speaker's music's overpowering your voices. Oh, thank you, Todd. I should have. Way loud. Way loud. Sometimes in the Trash Panda Comedy Club, it's like pizza and pipes in there. Just too loud. I'll have to go back and look at that, see if it was cranked. Rhinos sound like coffee. They do. They have. Oh, look at that little baby one. I hope there's a little baby rhino pool somewhere for him to hang out in. Is this music now too loud, maybe? I'm gonna have to. Boney, could you just... I don't know. Boney's got a sound problem. Sometimes I think he's messing with me. Oh, look at that guy running. Some rhinos are more aggressive than others. The black rhino has an ill temper. It is unpredictable. And it can run, can charge at you for speeds up to 30 miles an hour. Yeah. They communicate through this is weird. Kate, I think that she might be making this up, but I'm going to say it. Rhinoceroses communicate through infrasonic frequencies that are below the threshold of human hearing, just like and then just on the end it just throws on there, just like elephants. They have this underground network that humans cannot hear. Infrasonic frequency. I don't even know what infrasonic means. But they're below the threshold of human hearing, just like elephants. I don't know, Kate. I don't know about that one. She's going to have to explain that to me. Early rhinoceroses resembled small horses and lacked horns. There's our buddy again. They have 3 toes. Lion. So a lion sees a rhinoceros, runs, because their chances of winning are nothing. Slim. And of course, a rhino would not make a good pet. It's very illegal to own one. Even zoos have a hard time taking care of rhinos. Rhinos are unpredictable animals. So no, you can't make out with the rhinos. And they're herbivores, by the way. Dangerous Herbivores. That's the name of my new band. Dangerous Herbivores. Oh, he's a bit deaf. I think he is. All right, people. Oh my gosh. Broken news time. The show has got it's like packed full of entertainment and also information. And we're going to prove that right now through our broken news segment. Broken news. Sometimes people ask me, hey, Joel, what is broken news? What are you doing with that? And I say, I don't know. No, I say it's news that might, since we're a one-man band here, one person, well, two, one in a skeleton and a few other hummingbirds. We have to, sometimes we don't break the news. But although I got to tell you, sometimes I hear about things first on Lunch Therapy. I don't know about y'all, but maybe this is one of them. Rhinoceros horns were early boner meds. They were like the Viagra. Sometimes when you're in like a liquor store or something, you see like little packets that say rhino on them. That's code for boner pills. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, message in a bottle? This is what your taxes are going to. NASA is sending a message in a bottle. It's in quotes. I don't know why. Because there's no bottle. That's why. To possible alien life hiding on Jupiter's moon, Europa. Seems like I'm making this up, but it's actually true. We're shooting out a big exploratory rocket out into space. And there's a panel on there that protects all the intricate electrical stuff from radiation that might be blasted to it when it goes to Europa. Is this happening? Is this really happening? It seems so far beyond the scope of possibility. But yes, so this panel that you're looking at has all this writing on it because we're trying to, in case there are, intelligent life up there, we're going to confuse them by sending them this weird panel. And it looks like, here's a website too. It tells you what the message is. It's all water messages because we're thinking that there's water on Europa, which is this. Did I say it's a moon of Jupiter? It's a moon of Jupiter, Jupiter's moon, Europa. And we're sending a poem. The poem says it's by Ada Limon, the U.S. Poet Laureate. Arching under the night sky, inky with black expansiveness, we point to the planets we know. We pin quick wishes on stars from Earth. We read the sky as if it was an unerring book of the universe, expert and evident. Still, there are mysteries below our sky. The whale song, the songbird singing its call in the bough of a wind-shaken tree. We are creatures of constant awe, curious at beauty, at leaf and blossom, at grief and pleasure, sun and shadow, and it is not darkness that unites us, but not the cold distance of space, but the offering of water, each drop of rain, each rivulet, each pulse, each vein. O second moon, we too are made of water, of vast and beckoning seas. We too are made of wonders, of great and ordinary loves, of small invisible worlds, of a need to call out through the dark. That's what we're sending up there. We're also sending lots of other stuff on that message in a bottle. There's a portrait of Ron Greeley, Dr. Ron Greeley, who worked on this mission early, laying the foundation of the mission. And there's 2 lines of radio frequencies that are emitted in space by molecules there are 2 radio frequency lines that indicate, for some reason, I don't know how they're supposed to figure this out, molecules emitted by water. And then on the other side, it's all waveforms of different languages saying the word water. We are so weird. Why would we send them such a cryptic message? I can't even figure it out right here, and I'm a human living on the earth. Yeah, there's Gamma says, if there's intelligent life up there, we're going to confuse them. They're going to be like, what the hell is going on here? Don't they have any rhinoceroses swimming in tiny pools like we do? Jeez. We make things so complicated. Here's something good. This is some good news. Singing the coral reefs back to life. Well, this is an interesting story. This is quite good. So what's happening here is there are these coral reefs. And, we have to preserve our coral reefs because they are dying, right? So researchers have discovered an innovative method to encourage the restoration of degraded coral reef populations. These reefs have been declining worldwide due to record high marine temperatures because of global warming or whatever you want to call it. And this breakthrough involves using underwater speakers to play the sounds of a healthy reef, including fish calls. First, we learn about rhinoceroses talking at a low frequency so that the humans can't hear them. Now, there's fish calls. Never heard about that. Remarkably, this approach helps coral larvae settle at rates up to 7 times higher. The soundscape of healthy reef serves as an important cue for the coral larvae during their early life stages, influencing their decision on where to settle and metamorphose into adults. By leveraging these underwater sounds, scientists aim at revitalizing damaged or degraded reefs and promote coral recolonization. Well, I think that deserves some applause. And that's pretty cool. If you left it up to NASA, though, they'd just play pizza and pipes all day, just pipe organ all day. And they'd be like, it's not working. I don't know why. Maybe we should send them some waveforms. They just show them waveforms. Hey, look, coral. Coral reefs are beautiful. You see behind me some coral reefs. I love fish. Gotta get out there. Vacations, too. Like gotta go on vacations. Never do. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of this. I don't know what this is. It's a coral reef. All right, let's get on to dance break. This has been super fun. If anybody has any questions, direct them to Boney. He has all the answers. We're going to dance today. Let's see what Greg said. All right, Greg. All intelligent life would have access to water. It would be ubiquitous among the advanced species, and by sharing different modes of communication, another society could use this as a Rosetta Stone to help bridge communication. So you're justifying the message in a bottle message. I like it. NASA needs somebody to justify some of these things. Alexa just told me that Europa is the same size as Earth's moon. Oh my God. I also took a deep dive this week on the Space 1999 because Matt Wright had brought it up. And it's fascinating stories. Perhaps we'll talk about it next week, because Space 1999 is a saga about when the moon propelled itself away from the Earth with people on it. This is the story of this television show that ran for 2 years, and you can binge watch it on YouTube. And actually, Isaac Asimov thinks about these things. And he said, first of all, if you had an explosion that was big enough to propel the Earth the moon away from the Earth, it would probably explode the entire moon. That was one thing that he didn't think was feasible. And then the other thing he said is this encampment where this explosion happened was on the dark side of the moon. And he said, well, that would propel the moon towards the Earth. So he was kind of debunking it, but you know what? He also enjoyed it as well, I think, because he said some good things about it. Maybe we'll talk about that next time. Space 1999. But for now, we're going to dance. We're going to dance to this band doing this song by the Gorillas. You know the Gorillas? Gorillas with a Z. Rhinocerous. They're right next to Rhinocerous. And it's a great tune. Let's dance this thing out. Thanks, everybody, for being here. And looking forward to seeing you. Oh, here's Richard Gaddis. As I've said in the past, we underestimate animal intelligence. I had a funny idea the other day. What if aliens came down and had no interest in talking to humans, only the animals? I think that. I think they talk to the dolphins. All right, let's go. This is the Hill Tide.
Ain't happy, feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. Your future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future, it's coming on. It's coming on. It's
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. What time for me is nothing, cause I'm counting no age. No, I couldn't be there. You shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under reach. They're intangible, but you didn't think, so I command you to panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose all your different crews. Chicks and dudes who you think is really geek and tools. Picture you getting down on a picture too. I like you lit the fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, maybe spiritual. Hero who appears in you to clear your view. And you're too crazy, your life is. Knows the definition of what life is. Priceless because I put you on the high shit. You like it, but can't smoke. Righteous with one toe. Sidekick among those possess you in one go.
happy, feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. Your future is coming on. I ain't happy, feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. Your future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
I want to say thank you to Winter Gotten, to Jonathan Scales, to the Hill Ties, and everybody for joining the show today for our 400th, not 400th, 4-year anniversary. These are some cool dudes, yeah. Go to Hill Ties YouTube channel. Love you, Howard, mysterious man that you are.
I see destruction and disguise, corruption and demise. All this fucking enterprise as I'm slipping through your lies. The rustle, not his muscles, but percussion he provides. Me as a guy, but you can see me now, cause you don't see with your eyes. You can see with your mind, and that's the inner. So I'ma stick around with Ross and be a mentor. What's a few rhymes, so motherfuckers remember what the law is. I bought all this so you can survive. When law is lawless, feeling sensation that you thought was dead. Well, feelings remember that it's all in your head.
Ain't happy, feeling glad I got
Okay, so this is a
in a bag. I'm useless.
teaser track from their Baker Street Takeover project.
I ain't happy, feeling
They're showcasing their beautiful community.
in a bag. I'm useless.
I don't know where it is though. You gotta go to Hill Ties
It's coming on.
on
It's
YouTube. Hill Ties.
coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
See if it says something at the end.